Okay, so I guess we are live, huh? And we'll just wait for a little bit. Maybe some people want to join. Right? Okay, well, we'll see if anybody's coming in. Gonna get a couple things ready here. Thank you everyone for who is watching. Okay, I added in a chat box today, so we're gonna see if that makes any difference or if that helps or not. Okay, give me a moment and I'm gonna give you guys a look at what we're gonna be doing today. Right. Let's see. Just setting up some stuff here. I apologize a little bit last minute. Maybe I'll play some music.
Ways. If you want to be extremely specific, I would say
Just let some people know that I am live and we'll get started. All right, 1 second. All right, one moment. Okay, so we had the nice music in the background. And if anybody is out there, ooh, here comes the good parts of the music. Alright, but we're not here to listen to music. Hello, Sarona Mohammed. Alright, so we have someone here. And I'm just going to type something in the chat to make sure it's working. Hello and welcome. Okay, so on my screen I added a chat box. So hopefully it's live with everyone. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to start today and what we're going to study. I'm Michael from Able Idioms, and today we are going to answer first the question, what are we going to do today, right? So that would be a big question. Well, I have a great feeling that this is going to be a really good lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to use this conversation over here. We'll be playing it, we'll listen to it, we'll see what's going on, and let me get a picture over here. So we have an audience, and they are watching the conversation. Just right now, I'm going to give you a preview of what we're going to cover today. So the lesson material. All right, number one, we're going to watch a conversation with an idiom, right? Then we're going to analyze the conversation. We'll talk about phrases and vocabulary and the idiom, which is inside the conversation. And we're going to use pictures to help our understanding. So the idiom today in this conversation is not playing with a full deck. Okay, so we can use idioms to do lots of stuff, right? We're going to do conversation, vocabulary, and here we go. Let's see. So we can talk about it all day long, or we can get started. So I'm going to play the conversation. I'm going to let it go all the way through so we can get an idea what we're working with. And here we go. One moment. Okay, here we go.
Did you see what happened today at work?
No. What happened?
Henry jumped on his desk and started singing, "I'm a cute little monkey."
Oh, that? He's done that plenty of times.
So you're saying he's not playing with a full deck?
Right. He hasn't been playing with the full deck since, the monkeys attacked him at the zoo.
That's kind of creepy.
What do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday?
And some nice music at the end. Okay, so that was the conversation. And yes, we're going to answer this question at the end when it says, how would you answer this question? But right now, we're going back to the beginning. And I'm going to make sure my stuff is set up because I'm going to use pictures as we go. All right, let's put an apple on there. And let's get started with the first part of the conversation. We're going to break it down. Here we go.
Did you see what happened today at work?
Did you see what happened today at work? Right. So what happened is inside the question, right? She didn't say what happened. She said, did you see what happened today at work? So other ways to say what she's saying, she could say what occurred, what transpired. Move my mouse. Go. She could also say what went down. Right. So if she's saying, first she said, did you see what happened today at work? She could also have said, did you see what occurred at work? Did you see what transpired at work? Did you see what went down at work? Because something kind of strange happened at work. Okay. And also I should mention, in the comments, if you guys have questions, anything like that, feel free to type and I will answer them. All right, so let's continue with the conversation. Let's see if I had a picture for that. Oh, it's at work. Right, so we're going to imagine that they work in an environment like this one. So we can, in the picture, we can see there are a lot of cubicles, there are a lot of desks, there are probably a lot of people. It looks like it's daytime and it's a busy office environment. So something happened at work today. Okay, here we go.
No, what happened?
Okay, so this guy seems pretty excited. And he asked the question this time, what happened? So before, it wasn't a question, it was part of the question, inside the question, but right now it's all by itself as a question. So we could also say, what occurred? We could say, what went down? And when we say went down, we're not talking like something went down the toilet. It's just another way, more informal, to say what happened. Ooh, what went down? And then we had the third way, what transpired? Now, transpired, you can use it. I would say it's not very common. If you want to ask what happened, the easiest is just to say what happened. If you want to be informal, you could say, ooh, what went down, right? So something interesting must have happened. Okay, next part of the conversation.
Henry jumped on his desk and started singing, I'm a cute little monkey.
Okay, so we have a few things here. So first, he jumped on his desk. So if we look at the picture, somewhere in one of these cubicles, Henry jumped up on his desk and started to, let's see if I have a picture, started to sing, I'm a cute little monkey. Or maybe he was singing like this, I'm a cute little monkey. I don't know. But he jumped up and he was on his desk like this, singing, I'm a cute little monkey. Okay, so if we want other ways to say jumped on his desk, let's see. I have a question. Sarona Mohammed, teacher, these examples informal or not? Well, it depends. The only one on the last ones where it said what happened, I would say the only one that is informal would be this one. What went down? It just, I don't know, it has an informal feeling to it. What transpired, what occurred, what happened. I would say you can use them both, formal and informal, right? So jumped on his desk. So he hopped up on his desk. So we could say he got up on his desk. We could also say he climbed up on his desk. Or we could say he moved to stand on his desk. And actually one that's close to jumped is hopped. He hopped up on his desk. Now, when we use jumped and hopped, they're more of a quick action, right? More of a quick action. He got up and he jumped up, right? Climbed up would be more of a slow action where, you know, he makes the movement to get on top of his desk, but it still communicates that, you know, he was on the floor before and now he's on top of his desk singing. And moved to stand on his desk. Maybe he moved to sit on his desk. I don't know. In this picture, the guy that's singing, it looks like he's kneeling. So we could say he moved to kneel on his desk. So the whole idea is we're trying to communicate that Henry went from a position that was off his desk to a position that was on his desk. Okay. And she also says that Henry was saying, I'm a cute little monkey. So what does the word, let's see. What does the word cute? Let's see, so we have cute. Let's see a picture that might be cute. Ah, like a cute baby, right? With the purple little hat and the something green on top, which kind of looks like a leaf or, right. And the cute baby is sleeping. So that's cute. We could also say like a cute dog or a cute puppy. So how about some other ways to say cute? Now we could say adorable, the adorable puppy, or oh, the baby's just adorable. We could also say endearing. And you might have heard before something that's called a term of endearment. And a term of endearment is like between a husband and wife or boyfriend or girlfriend or people that are in a romantic relationship. They might say, oh honey, honey baby, schnookums, pudding pie, oh baby, or these words that are to communicate your love and affection for someone. So that's a term of endearment. Another word for cute is endearing. Like that person has endearing qualities. Oh, that baby has such endearing qualities. They're so cute and adorable. Let's see, another one we could say lovable. Lovable is a little bit different than cute, but it has a similar idea, especially if you're talking about a baby right here. The baby's so peaceful and calm and cute. The baby's so lovable. And the dog, you know, the dog's probably your best friend, so he's lovable too. Okay, and I have one more way. We could say dear, dear. So if we said, we could say the cute baby, or we could say, oh, the dear baby. The whole idea is we're trying to express that something is neat, it's very cool, or it makes us feel good to talk about and maybe hold and touch, stuff like that. All right, so let's see. In the conversation, it says, Henry jumped up on his desk and started singing. So let's move to some singing pictures. And I like this one. The guy's got some energy and he's just singing like crazy. So if we wanted other ways to say started singing, we could say began to sing, right? We could also say commenced singing. So if it was in the full sentence, Henry jumped on his desk and began to sing. Henry jumped on his desk and commenced singing, right? And here we have two verbs back to back. We have to begin and to sing. Began is conjugated and to sing is in what you'd call the infinitive form. So it's to sing. We're putting two verbs together and they're working together. Began to sing. All right. So Henry was singing, I'm a cute little monkey. Okay. So let's see. Let's continue with the conversation. All right. Let me move to the next apples. Here we go.
Oh, that? Oh, he's done that plenty of times.
Okay, so plenty of times. This makes me think of the word many or a lot of something. And I know this picture is of mushrooms, but the idea is that there are many, right? There are plenty of mushrooms. So if we wanted to say plenty of times, we could say many times. We could say quite often. So I guess Henry jumps on his desk quite often and he does that stuff. So you could say a whole bunch of times. You could also say frequently. So if we wanted to use these in the sentence that is being used, all right, if we want to use in the sentence that's being used, we could say, oh, he's done that many times. He's done that quite often. Oh, he's done that a whole bunch of times. And we could use this one as well. We'd change the sentence just a little bit. We'd say, oh, he does that frequently, right? So he does it a lot. So in this work office, it's very common to be maybe walking around and suddenly some man jumps up on his desk and starts singing, I'm a cute little monkey. Maybe a strange work environment. Okay. All right, so let's move forward in the conversation.
So you're saying he's not playing with a full deck?
The idiom. We're getting to the idiom. Not playing with a full deck. So you're saying he's not playing with a full deck. Okay, so first, full deck, right? So the idiom is he's not playing with a full deck. And there are a lot of different ways to communicate this, the meaning of this idiom in English. But first, I just want to explain a couple things. The word deck. So we're talking about a full deck, right? We're not talking about the kind of deck that goes off the side of your house or is off the ground near an entrance and it goes around your house. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a deck of cards. And in a regular deck of cards, there are, I think, 52 cards. So you would say a full deck is 52 cards. All right, here's some more pictures of playing cards. Right, so if he's not playing with a full deck, the idea is that, you know, his deck of cards is missing something. And you could kind of call your mind your deck of cards. And if you don't have all of your cards in your mind, then maybe you're a little bit cuckoo. You're a little bit crazy, right? So maybe this is Henry. Hey, let's see some other ways to say, you know, he's not playing with the full deck. You could say he's, let's see, put this here. He's crazy. That's probably the easiest one to do. But there are a lot. So let's check out some others. Let me move my mouse out of the way. So he's crazy. He's loco. Now loco is actually a word from Spanish. It means crazy. But since in America we're so close to Mexico and Latin America, there's a lot of influence from the Spanish-speaking countries into the English that's used in the United States. So it's very common for a person who doesn't speak any Spanish to say he's loco, because loco just means crazy. It's very common to use it. He's wacky. And let's see. It's a question here. He's not playing with the full deck. So we'll make these all questions. He's crazy. He's loco. He's wacky. He's cuckoo. He's cuckoo. Doot, doot. You see, the list continues. He's loony. He's bonkers. He's screwy. He's kooky. And let's see, I have one more. There's a lot. He's wacko. Okay. So the whole list here, there are other ways to say he's crazy. And I imagine that there are more. These are just a few that I found. So he's not playing with the full deck. We'll just say him. He's crazy. He's loco. He's wacky. He's cuckoo. He's loony. He's bonkers. He's screwy. He's kooky. He's wacko. These are all different ways to say he's not playing with the full deck. I have seen loony spelled with an E before. When I looked it up this time, it was with no E, so I guess that depends on the source that you're working with. All right, so these are all different ways to say crazy. Let's take a look at another person who might be a little bit crazy. It's our neighbor What should we name her? Martha. Our friendly neighbor, Martha. She's not playing with the full deck. She likes to run around. Let's see what she's doing. Run around in the woods, in the forest, with a butcher knife. And she's hungry for blood, hungry for murder, hungry for, let's see, she's dressed like Little Red Riding Hood, and she's carrying a butcher knife. So maybe Grandma just pissed her off, and she's going to get some sort of revenge. Or maybe this is how she's going to save Grandma from the wolf. Are you familiar with with the story Little Red Riding Hood? But either way, we have a lot of different ways to communicate that Martha here is crazy. She's not playing with the full deck. So we could say Martha is crazy. Martha is kooky. Martha is wacko. There's so many different ways. And I think there's so many different ways to say someone is crazy in English because it's an interesting topic. Right? If someone is crazy, like in the example of our conversation, if it's very peaceful at work and all of a sudden someone jumps on their desk and they're like, I'm a cute little monkey, people will talk about that, right? And everybody doesn't always want to say the same thing. They don't always want to say he's crazy. They might want to say he's screwy, he's bonkers, he's kooky, right? So this is Crazy Martha with her butcher knife in her Little Red Riding outfit. How nice. Okay, so let's see where we are. Let's move ahead in the conversation.
Right.
Right. All right, simple. Simple response. Let's see, what about right? Okay, so if he says right, there are other ways, and let's get a picture with this. Right. Ding! And I don't know if this is the international symbol, but if you're diving or if you're underwater and someone's looking at you and they want to know if you're okay, then you can do the thumbs up, or you can just do the, all right. And I think this has maybe an alternate meaning in other countries, which may be offensive. But in this picture, in the US, in the United States, this just means right, okay, something like that. Affirmative, things are okay. So other ways to say right, and let's just go quick back to the conversation. She says, so she asked a question. So you're saying he's not playing with the full deck? And the answer is right. So he could have said correct. That's kind of a boring way, but it's another way. Here's more very informal one. You betcha. I'm going to put informal here, so it's very easy. Correct would be very, very formal. You could use it informal or formal, but well, if you're informal and you're among friends and they're like, oh, so are you going out to dinner tonight? Correct. Sounds a little strange. It's easy to understand, but correct is, I don't know, to me it seems more like a teaching environment or somewhere more formal where you're talking about a specific answer, but it communicates the same thing. So you betcha or you betcha is informal, and it just means right. It's like yes. Okay. He could have also said that's accurate. Accurate just means correct, right? Like the information is good. I agree. That's exactly right. And the word exactly is like, perfectly, right on, right? Let's see. And he could have also said that's for sure. And I would say this one is a little bit more informal. I think you could use it in formal environments, but to me it just feels a little more informal. So let's see. So different ways, if someone asks you a question, so he's not playing with the full deck? Right. You could say correct, or you betcha. That's accurate. That's exactly right. That's for sure. Okay? So these are other ways to say right, thumbs up, correct. And I suppose maybe another one, affirmative. But when I hear affirmative, I think back when I used to work as a federal investigator and police officer, it's more like a mission, maybe in the military. Did you take the compound? Did you secure the prisoners? Affirmative, Sergeant. Yes. But it depends on the context, right? The situation. So affirmative, I would use that more for like military missions or something like that, but it still communicates right, correct. Okay, so let's see where we are. Let's go back to the apples. Ooh, I love apples. Moving on in the conversation.
He hasn't been playing with the full deck since,
See if I have anything here. Okay, so right here he says he hasn't been playing with the full deck since, and it's an incomplete sentence because he says, because he's going to think for a moment. But I'm going to give you different ways to say what he said at the beginning of this sentence. So he hasn't been playing with the full deck. Let's see if we have any pictures. Oh, this might be a good one. Maybe a little bit creepy one. Henry's sitting at his desk and he's thinking about jumping on the desk and singing that he's, what did he say? Oh, I'm a cute little monkey. So he hasn't been playing with the full deck, which is an incomplete sentence at this point in the conversation. But other ways to do that, you could say he's been crazy since ... and then we'd finish the sentence. So if it's a conversation, he's been crazy since, and then we're waiting for someone to tell us, okay, since what? Since what event? Right? He's been cuckoo since ... he's been bonkers since ... I won't go through the whole list, but here's one more. He's been loony since. So if you notice, these are all the words, or similar, almost a few of the words that we used before for crazy, not playing with the full deck, right? So he hasn't been playing with the full deck since, he's been wacky since, he's been kooky since, and now we're waiting to see, since what? Something must have happened in Henry's life to make him a little bit wacky. Now, he's not running around the forest with a butcher knife like Martha, but Henry is still not playing with the full deck in his own situation. So, okay, so Henry is here, and let's see. So he hasn't been playing with the full deck since, let's hear the full part.
he hasn't been playing with the full deck since the monkeys attacked him at the zoo.
Oh, the monkeys attacked him at the zoo. I know I have a picture of monkeys here. Ah, here they are. Oh, the cute little monkeys. Do you remember the other words that we had for cute? Let's see if I can find it. I think adorable was one. Endearing, lovable, dear. The dear, cute little monkeys at the zoo. All right, let's see. So, what did the monkeys do? They attacked him. Let me give you some other ways to say attacked him, and then we can talk about, maybe why they attacked him. I don't think it says in the conversation, but we can use our imagination. Okay, attacked him. We can say assaulted him. We could say ambushed him, and we'll talk about each of these in a moment. They could say beat him up. We could say threw him around. Okay, so attacked him. The whole idea is that they're using physical force, right? Physical force to and then they attack Henry, I guess, right? But for whatever reason, let's see, maybe Henry was teasing them, or he's like, ooh, look at this food. And he was like teasing them, trying to make them want something he has, but he doesn't give it to them. And they decide, no more, and they attacked him. So maybe they started biting him, maybe started scratching him. You could say they assaulted him. When I hear the word assault, I think more like in police, criminals, when they attack someone else and they beat someone up. Ambushed is similar, but a little bit different. Because if you ambush someone, then you actually hide first. So maybe the monkeys, they hid behind the bushes and they're looking out, right? And they're waiting for Henry to come by, and then they jump out and they attack him. So ambush is to hide first and then attack. Hide first and then attack. So it's kind of a two-part, right? Beat him up is very similar to attacked him. You know, they beat him as, you know, they punched him and they beat him and they scratched him. Beat is to hit, right? So they beat him up and threw him around. I would say that's more informal. Threw him around is like, well, if you throw someone around, literally you grab them by their shirt, and you throw them, right? But you can also say the gang threw him around, they beat him up, they punched him and they kicked him and they threw him around. And the whole idea is that they physically attacked him, right? Okay, so why the monkeys attacked Henry? Maybe the monkeys were crazy. Maybe the monkeys were not playing with a full deck. Or the monkeys were loony, wacky, cuckoo, crazy, right? So the crazy monkeys attacked Henry. And now Henry is a little bit crazy too. Okay. All right, let's move forward. Apples. Next part of the conversation.
That's kind of creepy.
Ooh, that's kind of creepy. All right, so let's see. Kind of creepy is what we're going to talk about next. Let's see, I should have some pictures. A creepy hand. Okay, so if we describe this picture, it's like there's some sort of window or glass or some sort of border that you can see through. It's transparent, mostly transparent, and there's a hand. There's a creepy hand on the other side, and it's a little bit scary. So, kind of creepy, you could say a bit frightening. Frightening is like scary. And right here it is, kind of scary. Kind of creepy, a bit frightening, kind of scary. And you notice in the conversation, she said kind of creepy. She didn't just say that's creepy. So creepy would be like up here, and kind of creepy is like, we don't know exactly where, but it's not as strong as creepy. So if you put kind of in something, kind of is very useful. Kind of happy, kind of sad, kind of crazy, kind of loony, kind of fast. It also means, let's see, another way to do it would be sort of creepy. Sort of and kind of are very similar. Kind of and sort of. Whole idea, it's not 100%, it's some of it, right? And let's see, I think I have a few other ways. Okay, we could say somewhat alarming, right? So alarm in there, you know, think of something goes wrong and ding, 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 the alarm goes off. So it's somewhat alarming. It makes us, ooh, what's happening? You know, is it a little bit scary? And we could say kinda terrifying. Now, kinda is informal. So if you use the whole phrase, it's informal. Because kinda is a combination of kind plus of, right? Kinda is just the easy way to say it. It's kind of like gonna, which is going to. It just shortens it up and it's easy to say, so it's informal. So the girl in the conversation says, that's kind of creepy. You could have said, that's a bit frightening. That's kind of scary. That's somewhat alarming. That's kind of terrifying. So it's not something that is so freaky that we're just like, and then we pass out or we faint, but it's kind of, something's not quite right. So it's kind of creepy. All right, let's continue with the conversation.
What do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday?
So we're asking a question. What do you think? What do you think Henry would do? And let me move it back just so we can see where it says it. All right, what do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday? So here are a few different ways to say what do you think. we're trying to get information from someone, so it's the beginning of a question, you could say, what's your opinion on something, right? What's your opinion on what Henry would do? You could also say, what do you believe? What do you believe Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey? What's your impression of what Henry would do? Your impression means your thoughts, your reaction, your ideas of something. Your impression. What kind of impression does it make on you? How does it affect you? What does it make you think? Right? So what do you think Henry would do? What's your opinion on what Henry would do? What do you believe Henry would do? What's your impression of what Henry would do if
He would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday.
I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday? Right. So it would be a toy monkey to a man who was attacked by monkeys. Okay, so let's finish out the conversation. All right, so I used the nice music to quick take a drink of water. All right. Okay, so the question, what was the question? It was different words, but basically the question is this. What would Henry do? Let's think about it. So let's go back and see the actual question. What do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday? And the girl, she's like, and she is waiting for us to answer, right? So how would you answer this question? If anybody's there in the chat room, feel free to answer this question and type it in. What would Henry do? Ovgun Music says, hello, how are you? I'm great. All right, so we're at the section of this conversation, and I'm going to repeat the full question once again. So,
Would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday.
All right, so we just found out a few things. That Henry is probably freaked out about monkeys because the monkeys attacked him at the zoo, and sometimes he jumps up on his desk at work and sings, I'm a cute little monkey. So we know that Henry is kind of crazy. So what do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday? And this is where we get to answer this question. All right, so if anybody in chat has an idea, I would love to hear it. I'm going to give you at least 6 different ways. Sarona Mohammed says, I think he will kill you. Right. I think that's a very... let's type that one in. So this is straight from the comments. I think he will kill you. Right. So when he's dancing on top of his desk and you pop up and you go, hey, it's a cute little monkey. Ah! Oh, and then he would turn into, where is it? I think Henry would learn from Martha and do something crazy. See, Henry is already crazy, so maybe he's neighbors with Martha, and he's going to borrow her butcher knife. And now that I just tried to give him a toy monkey for his birthday, maybe he's going to try to kill me with the butcher knife. So we'll add to the answer. Thank you, Sarona Mohammed, for this great answer. I'm going to add to it. I think he will kill you with Martha's butcher knife. So that was the knife that Martha was carrying, and I think it would be very unpleasant death. All right, if there are any other comments, and Sarona Mohammed, if you have other ways to answer the question, feel free. All right, let's see. Henry, here's one way to answer. Henry would have nightmares again. All right, so we're going to repeat the would. What would Henry do? We don't know for sure, right? So we're going to say would. Henry would This is what we think. And in the conversation, it was the girl who is trying to answer. So maybe she says, Henry would have nightmares again. And nightmares, what are nightmares? Does anybody have an idea? They're not something that's very good, not very pleasant. Basically, nightmares are bad dreams. Not just bad dreams, but really bad dreams. So, if this is Henry, then he's probably having dreams about the monkeys attacking him over and over and over again. And these are probably what you would call nightmares, because he would wake up, and he's sweating, and something, where am I? Oh, thank goodness it was only a dream. But nightmares are really bad dreams. So one way to answer, what would Henry do, is Henry would have nightmares again. Let's see, another way we could say Henry would freak out and suck his thumb. All right. So freak out is to go get crazy suddenly, right? If you freak out about something, you freak out. You suddenly have a lot of emotion. It could be a lot of fear. It could be excitement, maybe. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're sad. Maybe you're upset. Okay, so Henry would freak out and suck his thumb. Suck his thumb is something that babies do, right? Or little kids, they take their thumb and then I'm not doing it, pretending, and then they suck on their thumb. And sometimes maybe a crazy person or someone who is very overwhelmed with the circumstances, something is just too terrible in their mind, they kind of lose it. Sometimes they might act more like a little kid. And because when you're a baby and you're sucking your thumb and your parents are holding you, you feel very secure. So it's possible that an adult who's gone crazy, they tried to remember and feel what it was like when they were a kid, and then they sucked their thumb. So Henry would freak out. All right, I think we have another comment from Sarona Mohammed. Says, maybe Henry would be angry with you. Right? So what would Henry do? You could say maybe Henry would be angry with you. Right. And let's see, can we think of another way to say angry? What do you think? We could say mad. We can maybe say upset. I think angry says it really well, right? Okay, so here are 3 answers so far. We're going to have a lot of answers. All right, so what would Henry do? Henry would have nightmares again. Henry would freak out and suck his thumb. Maybe Henry would be angry with you. Okay, so these are a few ways, and we used would. Let's see. So let's continue, but this time we're going to use the word might, right? So it's still like a possibility. We're not exactly sure. You could say Henry might go crazy and kill everyone, right? Henry might go crazy and get Martha. Maybe Martha will help him. Henry might curl up and cry like a baby. Right, so curl up here. I'm going to show you that picture of the baby again. And let's see where it is. The cute little baby. Okay, we can kind of say the baby is curled up, right? He's curled up and he's laying on a blanket, sleeping. Maybe it's a she, I don't know. But the baby is curled up, laying on a blanket. So if Henry curls up, then let's go back to Henry. If Henry curls up, and he might cry like a baby, because when he sees the toy monkey, that just sets him off and makes him freak out and go crazy. So we used might this time, which is similar to would in that the idea is that we don't know for sure. So we're saying he maybe would go crazy, or he would maybe curl up, right? Let's see, let's do a couple more, or a few more. Ooh, I have 4 more. Henry, this is what we're sure, will. We're not going to say might or he would do that. Now we have a pretty sure answer. He will yell and scream at you. Henry will laugh and think it's funny. So in this last one, maybe Henry's really not crazy. Maybe he'll just be like, ah, yeah, you know, the crazy monkeys, it happened in my life, but it's not such a big deal. Right. So here's a couple different ways to say these that would be, I guess, more informal. Definitely more informal. Let me show you. So I'm going to paste them first, but we can combine these. And you could say Henry'll. It sounds a little bit funny, but when you're talking fast about something, then it's possible to say Henry'll. And I'll make these bold down here so they stand out. Okay. And it's just a combination of Henry will, right? But when people talk fast in English, they don't always use formal or correct English, right? So someone might say Henry will yell and scream at you. But if it's an informal environment, it's possible to say Henry will yell and scream at you. Did you hear the difference? Let's do it one more time. Henry will yell and scream at you. Henry will yell and scream at you. Now, if I just read these two sentences, this one sounds more natural because it just flows very nice. Henry'll, Henry'll. And to pronounce it it takes a little bit of practice, but Henry'll. And if you don't want to do this, that's fine. You can always say Henry will. It's very easy to understand and communication is great. You may notice though that native speakers will combine it and they'll say Henry'll. So let's do this one. Henry will laugh and think it's funny. Henry'll laugh and think it's funny. One more time. Henry will laugh and think it's funny. Henry'll laugh and think it's funny. So when it's combined like this, it just flows very nice for a native speaker, and that's why you'll hear people say it, right? Okay, so I think we had lots of answers for what would Henry do? Okay, so let's take a look and go back through my notes. I'm going to go through the conversation quicker this time, but we'll stop a little bit and we're going to see what happens in the conversation. I'll give you other ways to say what happened, but quicker this time. We're not going to explain everything because we already did that. Okay, so here we go.
Did you see what happened today at work?
Did you see what occurred? Did you see what transpired? What went down?
No. What happened?
No. What occurred? What went down? What transpired?
Henry jumped on his desk and started singing, "I'm a cute little monkey."
All right, so Henry got up on his desk. Henry climbed up on his desk. Henry moved to kneel on his desk. Let's see where that picture was. I think we had one, someone was singing, but they were kneeling. Ah, okay. Henry hopped up on his desk. And then he began to sing. So Henry jumped up on his desk and started singing, and began to sing, "I'm a cute little monkey." Henry jumped up on his desk and commenced singing, "I'm a cute little monkey." All right?
Oh, that? Oh, he's done that plenty of times.
Oh, that? He's done that many times. Oh, that? Oh, he does that quite often. Oh, that? He's done that a whole bunch of times. And, oh, he's done that frequently. Henry does crazy things. And also the word cute, adorable, endearing, lovable, and dear. All right, let's continue.
So you're saying he's not playing with a full deck?
I think that's correct. All right, so lots of ways to say someone is crazy, because he's not playing with the full deck is an English idiom, which means crazy. He's loco, he's wacky, he's cuckoo, he's loony, he's bonkers, he's screwy, he's kooky, he's wacko. There are more too. But I think for this lesson 9, and actually 10 ways with not playing with the full deck, you can use these ways to describe someone as crazy. All right, continue.
Right.
Oh, right. Correct. You betcha. Affirmative. That's accurate. That's exactly right. That's for sure.
Right. He hasn't been playing with the full deck since,
He's been crazy since. He's been cuckoo since. He's been bonkers since. He's been loony since.
the monkeys attacked him at the zoo.
Let's get to the monkeys. The cute monkeys, which are ferocious. Where are they? Oh, there they are. All right. So the monkeys assaulted him at the zoo. The monkeys ambushed him at the zoo. Remember, ambushed has two parts. It means first they hid, and then they hopped out, jumped out, and attacked. Right? The monkeys beat him up at the zoo. The monkeys threw him around at the zoo.
That's kind of creepy.
Yes, it is. All right, let's move to the picture. Creepy. All right. That's a bit frightening. That's kind of scary. That's somewhat alarming. That's kind of terrifying.
What do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday?
What do you think? What's your opinion on what Henry would do? What do you believe Henry would do? What's your impression of what Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday? And then finish the conversation so we can get to the nice, cool music at the end. All right. So we answered this question. What would Henry do? Henry would have nightmares again? Henry would freak out and suck his thumb? And this was from the comments, Sarona Mohammed. Maybe Henry would be angry with you. And I think you also had one more. Maybe Henry would kill you, right? Maybe Henry would, let's see, where is she? Where is she? Martha, Martha, there you are. Okay. Henry might go crazy and kill everyone. He'll call Martha on the phone and say, we got some business to do. Henry might curl up and cry like a baby. Henry will yell and scream at you. Henry will laugh and think it's funny. Henry will yell and scream at you. Henry will laugh and think it's funny. Okay. All right. So today we talked about Henry and his difficult situation with the monkeys. Okay. So let's just take a quick look through and see. I think we covered a lot today. All right. Okay, so I'm going to play the conversation one more time. No stops this time. Full way through. I'm not going to say anything. And let's see, what picture should we put it on? Maybe a picture. The audience, right? Audience is going to watch the conversation. Here we go.
Did you see what happened today at work?
No. What happened?
Henry jumped on his desk and started singing, I'm a cute little monkey.
Oh, that? He's done that plenty of times.
So you're saying he's not playing with a full deck?
Right. He hasn't been playing with the full deck since, the monkeys attacked him at the zoo.
That's kind of creepy.
What do you think Henry would do if I gave him a toy monkey for his birthday?
Okay, I like that music. Okay, so that is it for the lesson today. It's been about 1 hour, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is live right now, but later on you can watch it, enjoy it, and hopefully it boosted your vocabulary. And let's see if we covered what we said we were going to cover in the beginning. Lesson material. We watched a conversation with an idiom. Yes, we did. We analyzed the conversation. Yes, we did. And we talked about phrases and vocabulary. You bet. Lots of them. And we used pictures to help understanding. Right. Pictures are great. Okay. All right. Sarona Mohammed says, super thank you, teacher. Thank you for hanging out with Able Idioms. Have a wonderful day. And I can type it in the comments. Thank you and have a wonderful day. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't put my apples in there. So here we go. Emoji, emoji, apples. Okay. All right, wonderful. Okay, so that is it for this lesson. We'll also be going live later today on Instagram. You can go to the Instagram account, the stories, there's a countdown, or you can go to, let's see, what is it? You can go to ableidioms.com. And let's see if it shows up, www.ableidioms.com. I don't know if it's clickable, but either way, yeah, we have a free course there. We have lots of stuff. So that's it for today. And whoever's watching, I will be live tonight on Instagram. And it's a little bit different because I can't use the full screen like I can in YouTube, but we have other ways to do it. We're going to use GIF images and regular images and talk about it. And you guys can come live. And we've done it before. We're going to do it again. All right, take care, and we'll see you next time.